Welcome to the safari.
Once again, please keep your group together. Keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring Philip Sharp. When it comes to safari, we go wide.
Jumbo. Excited, Mom? So we waited probably about an hour, maybe 55 minutes. There's a roadblock right when we're about to get on. You told him we went live?
That's not the title for it. That does mean thank you in Swahili. Now friends here in Harambe, we also have Say Squid Day, and that means let's go.
No. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Doors locked closed. Asante Sana awarded, which means thank you. And as we say here in Harambe, it's Monday, which means let's go.
Here we go.
Jumbo friends, my name is Tony. I'm from Tampa, Florida, and I'm going to be a safari truck driver here at Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I do ask that you keep in mind, this is a real truck. I'm a real driver, and we're going to see some real animals, so stay seated. Keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs in the vehicle at all times. If I have any lap sitters, the lap we are on is the lap we're going to stay on. That means no switching laps, no standing in the lap. And please don't hold anyone in the air like Simba. It's got to be a real real bumpy ride, my friends. I want people to Hakuna Matata, have no worries, as we make our way through Africa together. Now, is this anyone's first time here on the safari? Ah, guys, that's so cool, because guess what? It is my first time, too. No, I'm joking, guys. We're going to have a lot of fun, though. We're going to see some pretty cool animals. I will warn you now, though, I am a certified yapper, so you'll be sick of my voice by the time our safari's over. I am waiting on my warden's A-OK to head into the reserve, which I am now actively getting. This first area is called Little Aturi Forest. It's home to a lot of animals that are very good at camouflaging, so keep your eyes out for any dark coats or stripes. So it's going to help them blend into the bushes around them. Now, up ahead, guys, on the right-hand side, if you look back behind some of those behind some of the bushes in the corner, that is an okapi. That okapi has those black and white stripes on their hind end that makes them kind of look like they're related to zebras. But they're actually one of the only living relatives of a giraffe. They have very similar skull shapes. They also have super long tongues. Their tongues are so long that they can lick their own eyeballs. Now, they do go by a second name, which is called Ghosts of the Forest, and that's because they weren't first documented until 1901. So during that time, a lot of the locals just kind of thought of them as ghost stories. Now we're going to keep going, guys. We're going to see who else we can kind of spot through here. Now, I don't think we'll see alligators, but we might see some crocodiles. Is that okay? Yeah? Now, guys, I don't see much activity right now, but just keep in mind it's a very heavily vegetated area, so they can hide pretty good. Up on the right, though, I can see some bongos. Those are those rustic red-colored antelopes. Hanging out with the bongos closer to us are greater kudus. Those are those light tan antelopes. Now, bongos, the rustic red ones, both male and females can grow their horns, and their horns get to about 3 feet long. Meanwhile, the greater kudus, which are the antelopes closer to us, only males grow those horns, and their horns get to about 6 feet, which means we just saw a bunch of females. Now, the females herd by sex, so all the females hang out together, all the males hang out together, so it makes sense. On our left, you're going to see these two beautiful birds. Those are saddle-billed storks. Saddle-billed storks have a wingspan of 9 feet, which is the same width as the canopy above your heads. A really cool thing about them are that they mate for life. The way to tell the difference between the two are males have brown eyes, females have yellow. Now we are heading over to Safi River. Safi River is home to a lot of aquatic life living both in and out of the water. So we're going to take a look around, see who we can spot. Now right off the back, I can see some pretty large birds hanging out on that island in the center. Those are pink-backed pelicans. Pink-backed pelicans get their name because during mating season, the skin on their back, face, and legs will actually turn a light shade of pink. Now, my friends, I do need to make sure these little ones are staying seated in your lap. Thank you. They also have a wingspan of about 9 feet, but they're actually the smallest pelican species. If you keep looking to the right, you can see 2 hippos hanging out right there in the water. Now, don't stress if you guys don't have a good look at them on the left, because if you look to your left, you're going to see another float of them. Now, hippos are really cool, guys. They can hold their breaths for 8 minutes at a time. So they'll actually drop their body weight down to the bottom of the riverbed and walk on it like how a horse walks on the grass. That's how they get their name. Hippopotamus is Latin for river horse. Now, there is one walking on the ground to our left already. Now, they will travel every night close to 6 miles to eat anywhere between 80 to 100 pounds of vegetation. Now, that's a very large number, but you also have to keep in mind just how large these animals are. They weigh anywhere from 2,500 to 5,500 pounds, which is about as much as a car. Now, my friends that wanted to see crocodiles, look to your left. That is a Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile is the largest reptile found in Africa. They get to about 16 to 20 feet in length. Now, my friends, I do need to make sure that we're staying seated, though. Now, they're really cool, guys. actually by their snouts, their noses. Alligators have very round and broad snouts, while crocodiles are more angular and narrow. Another trick of the thumb are their opposites. So alligator's snout kind of makes that round motion like a C for crocodile, while crocodiles are more angular and narrow, which kind of looks like an A for alligator. So they're opposite. I'm from Florida. I learned at a really young age how easy it is to tell the difference between the two guys. Now we're heading over to the savannah. The savannah is super cool, home to a lot of animals that are kind of mainly grazers. A lot of different species, really, guys. As we go through here and I go down this hill, I want you to look around. Notice just how beautiful it is, and notice how there's no landscapers, no lawnmowers. The animals make it this beautiful on their own. The zebras and the antelopes will come through and graze the grass. Giraffes trim up the trees, and then rhinos and elephants are the ones knocking down all those dead trees. Now they work together to keep this place as beautiful as it is, and it's super inspiring. It makes me want to work with them to keep it this beautiful. Now I do see some zebras up ahead, guys. Those are Hartman Mountain zebras. The way I could tell that is by their coats. Take a look at those stripes. Their stripes start off super close together. Now as they get further back to their hind end, they're going to get bolder. Very large, very far apart. Hartman Mountain zebras are the only zebras whose print does that. Now they can run about 40 miles per hour. And they migrate in very large circles. They'll migrate with a circumference of about 300 miles. They migrate once a year, trying to follow that rainy season, but thanks to that dewlap on their neck, they are pretty good at controlling their body temperatures. Dewlaps are an extra layer of skin on their neck used to help regulate their body temperature, cooling them down and warming them up. So they can go a long time without much water. Now on our left, laying down, guys, you're going to see some African painted dogs. African painted dogs are really cool. They kind of look like hyenas, but they're actually way more closely related to a domesticated dog. Make sure we stay seated, my friends. Thank you. They have one of the most highest successful hunting populations in the world. If we keep looking to the left, you see some Ankole cattle hanging out with a Maasai giraffe. Ankole cattle have these huge horns on their head that's going to help kind of, if they're hollow, there's a honeycomb structure in the center of blood vessels that run throughout, and that's what's going to help regulate their body temperature, cooling them down and warming them up. They're one of the 2 animals on the reserve that's been domesticated. They were domesticated about 2,000 years ago for the dairy they produce. On our left, those antelopes with those long horns are sables. Now those horns are actually kind of short for how far they can grow. They grow close to 5 feet, curving towards the back of their body. That's to help them protect themselves from ambush predators like the painted dogs or lions. Now up ahead on the left, you're going to see 2 Maasai giraffes. Maasai giraffes are the tallest giraffe species, making them the tallest animals in the world. They can grow to close to about 20 feet. Now their tongues can grow anywhere from 18 to 22 inches long, which means if you hold out your arm, the tip of your middle finger to where your elbow bends in, it's about how long their tongues can get. Now they're going to use their tongues to wrap around tree branches and strip the leaves from the trees. Now because their tongues are so long and it's out in the open so often for eating, it actually adapted to be a dark purple color, which is going to help protect it from getting sunburns. You're looking right at me as you do it too. Cool. I feel like that one scene from The Lion King. right, those are some springboks. Those are the smallest and fastest antelopes on the reserve. They get to about 3 feet tall, weigh close to about 100 pounds, and they can run anywhere from 53 to 60 miles per hour. A giraffe is free roaming. They can go wherever they want. Right now, wants to be in front of my truck. Hey guys, you wanted a good view, right? Listen, not the best view, but it's definitely a view. Now, there's actually a good time for me to ask. Do you guys know how many bones are in a giraffe's neck? 332. They actually have 7. They have 7. They have 7 vertebrae in their neck, just like people, except their bones are about 10 times the size of ours. They get to 10 to 11 inches in length. We're going to be heading over to some elephant country, so let's take a look around, see what we can spot. Now I call it elephant country because elephants love to hang out over here. It's a lot of fallen debris. That's because they're very large animals, so they'll push this debris over. They hang out over here because of the giant water that is around here, and also all the trees. They have very sensitive skin, so they're going to try and protect their skin. On our left, you can see some mandrills. There's a male hanging out in the trees, and then 2 females walking around. Now, females get to about 30 pounds, while males get closer to 100. That's why he's so much larger than the others. And if you guys don't know what a mandrill is, that is Rafiki from The Lion King. On our right, you can see the African elephant, guys. They weigh 4,000 to 14,000 pounds. They use their ears to fan themselves, which will help cool down their body temperature when they get too hot. That's because of the blood vessels that run all throughout it. Now, another really cool number, guys, are actually just how many muscles an elephant has in their trunk. Now, this is a very large number. Do you guys have any idea of how much it may be? They have about 100,000 muscles in their trunk. Wow. So more muscles they have in their trunks than what we have in our bodies, which is absolutely insane. That's because you guys think of just how flexible their trunks are and just how much stuff they do with it. They eat with it, they drink with it, they pick stuff up, move things around. Now, as we keep going, look to the right, you're going to see all this red clay forming. This red clay is very vital to the animals that live here. It's because these animals will actually eat it. It's filled with enriching minerals. And so it's kind of like a natural vitamin for them. You can kind of see where some elephants got to recently based off those tusk marks. Now, I think I see the herd of elephants that may have gotten to us, so we're going to try and catch up to them. When you see large herds of elephants, it's mainly females. That's because when a baby is born, the female will actually chase the male out of the herd to raise the young on their own. Now, that male will then either choose to hang out by themselves or join what's called a bachelor herd, which consists of up to about 6 males. Now, female elephants are pregnant for 22 months, that is almost 2 years. They give birth to 1 calf at a time. Now, that one wasn't a baby, but if you look ahead on our left, you will see the baby hanging out behind mom. Now, there is a baby nursing on mom right now up ahead. On our left, guys, we're going to be passing this flock of greater flamingos. Greater flamingos are the larger flamingo species. They're also really cool. They have a primarily pink, you're gonna notice that all of them are super white. They're primarily pink, and that's because they're hatched with white feathers, but they get the pink from eating shrimp. Shrimp has a protein called beta carotene. Look to the left, guys, you can see that baby again. I love the baby elephant. The baby elephant's so cute. Now guys, we're entering what's called rhino country. If you look to the left, you're gonna see some white rhinos laying down over there. Now they love to hang out in this area thanks to that mud pit in the center. That mud pit is used as a natural sunscreen and insect repellent films because they'll roll around in it. Those horns are made out of keratin, which is the same protein both our fingernails and hair's made out of. And believe it or not, guys, they don't have the best eyesight. They actually can't see us right now because they can only see clearly about 10 feet ahead of them. Now they get around super well with those ears. You'll notice those ears moving with the truck, and that's because they're listening to where we're going. Now if you look to the left, you're gonna see some cheetahs laying down on that hill up there. It's a little hard to see with the sun, but there's one walking back on the... Cheetahs are the fastest land animal running anywhere from 60 to 70 miles per hour. Once they start running, they can hit their top speed in 3 seconds and hold it for 100 yards. Now they also have these black markings under their eyes to help them see better during the day, because it's going to reflect the sun out of their eyes, giving them better vision. Up ahead is a kopie. This kopie is home to very large cats, kind of like the African lion, so we're going to see if we can get a look at them. Now keep in mind, African lions are nocturnal, which means they rest during the day and they hunt at night. So they might be resting, it might be a little hard to get a look at them, but we'll do our best. Now the reason why they hunt at night is because during the day they see just as well as we do. They just see 6 times as good at night. Now that is a lioness hanging out on that rock there, guys. Now, male and female lions do hunt together. The only times the males don't hunt with the females is if there's a cub in the picture. And that's because dad's going to stay home to protect that cub. Now, a lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away. Look at her laying down. She's so pretty. Now we're going to keep going, guys, because we're going to see if we can check out what else might be in this area as we look around. I don't see much activity in this area, but that's probably because most of the animals that like to hang out over here are all hanging out in the front, like those rhinos. Now, fun fact, guys, rhinos can actually run about 35 miles per hour. They're pretty quick. Now, they're really cool, but what also is really cool is this nest of eggs on our right. Each one of those eggs weigh about 3 pounds. They can withstand super heavy weights. Those are ostrich eggs. Now, ostrich can weigh up to about 300 pounds, making them the heaviest bird in the world. Also, the fastest 2-legged runner, running at about 40 miles per hour. Now, we're leaving the savannah. We're going to head over to Magadi Glen. Magadi Glen's home to a local border and here on the reserve and some of their Nigerian dwarf goats. We're going to go check them out. Now, these Nigerian dwarf goats look small in size, but their bodies are actually perfectly proportionate to have amazing talons. So they can climb some pretty cool areas, just like the warden's roof. Now, these are the second animal in the reserve that's been domesticated. They're domesticated for the dairy they produce, just like the Ankoli cattle. Yeah, they're Nigerian dwarf goats. Now they're very playful. They love to headbutt. They love to jump on each other. They love to play. I don't think we have any baby cows here. Now guys, we are leaving the reserve. I'll be dropping you off at your warden's post in just a few moments. I do ask that you take this time to gather your property. Kind of make sure we have everything. I don't want you to accidentally leave anything behind today. If I have any wilderness explorers on board, you're on Simba 1. That is SIMBA and the number 1. That's the code you're going to give my friend in green khaki with the orange satchel, and they'll be able to get you your badge for riding the safari. Now, if you don't know what Wilderness Explorers is and you're kind of interested in it, once again, go find my friend, and they'll be able to get you a booklet to start your adventures today. To sum it up, it's basically a giant scavenger hunt throughout the park in which you can get badges for doing different things. It's really cool. Now guys, we don't like to say goodbye here in Harambe. We find it too sad, too permanent. So we prefer to say Kwaherini. Kwaherini means go well. So go well into your next adventure and have fun, no matter where it may take you. Like I said guys, I will be dropping you off at your warden's post. Once I drop you off, that path will actually lead you to a exploration trail, which is called Gorilla Falls. About 15-20 minute exploration trail. You can see some pretty cool animals throughout it. I do recommend checking it out if you guys have the chance to. I hope you guys learned something new today, and I hope that you take that knowledge and you share it. Because knowledge is the greatest thing that you could have. The more you talk about these animals, the more you get to help them. Unfortunately, most of the animals you guys saw today are endangered. And if you talk about them, it's going to help protect them. Now, my friends on the right, watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs as those doors slide open. Watch your step as you leave. Kwaherini, go big, go wild, go make a difference.
Take your jacket off?
Good safari.
This is a dead end.
Okay. Thank you.
Up under the candy. We just, oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
We just told them we had to take the boys to the bathroom. You gotta leave your strollers over here, Joey. Oh, we're in the wrong one. We're over there. He's coming right through here.
All right, I think we're heading to the restroom and we might be heading out since it is pretty busy here. But thanks for watching the safari, y'all.